plan A through Z has failed. So what do I do now? I don't know. This is the best I can do. Whatever comes after Z, this is what this is. I have tried to re-record, re-upload, tried to get my camera to work so many times. My phone wouldn't let me, the app wouldn't let me, my phone wasn't working, and then I finally decided to give up on my phone and use my terrible quality laptop and call it a day. And I've spent the past 3 hours trying to get my camera to work. It is currently 12:50. I was supposed to hand in this assignment 15 minutes ago. But this is the best I can do. This is just a little intro, I guess, of sorts. I'm going to draw and do a voiceover, but I've had so many difficulties trying to just complete this. I'm trying, and that's what matters. School has really been trying this semester, and I'm just doing the best I can. And now this week, it is currently Sunday, and this week is the last week of classes, and next week is finals, and I should be able to get everything done by then. Anyway, my assignment. Wow. So this has been difficult. I have another video assignment for this class that I believe was due like 2-3 weeks ago, and I was also having difficulties with that, but I'm going to put that aside for now and focus on this one. It's better to turn in this one and have it be less late than the previous assignment that's already super late, if that makes sense. Now, very briefly, the class that this video is for is a digital storytelling class. It's very interesting, very cool, and I chose the class because it sounded interesting and it seemed easy. Definitely far from easy, but I've learned a lot, and I'm really glad I took the class. I have had so many setbacks this semester, it's insane, but I'm still trying to get the work done. And also, especially for this class and my art class, it's something I enjoy doing, making art and storytelling. So I really want to do the best I can with these classes, even with all the setbacks and frustration I've been having. I'm also sketching out a concept for my final art project, which is due on Thursday, and it is Sunday, so that's gonna be fun. I also figured it'd be easier, killing two birds with one stone, combining assignments, and also checking off things on my to-do list, like making another YouTube video. Like, it all just comes together. However, when I said I recorded this many times, I mean, I have recorded this so many times. A previous assignment for my art class, I recorded almost the entire process. I voiced it over, I edited the footage, and I have it on my phone, but I can't upload it to YouTube. I can't download the video. Like, my phone won't let me. My phone storage is just so full, and there's just so much going on at the moment that I can't fix it. So I'm just stuck, and I was stuck for a while, and I just didn't do any assignments because I was so bummed out and upset about it, because I worked so hard on both of these assignments, and I can't do anything with them right now, and I don't have time to really try and fix it. There's only 2 weeks of school left, so this is what I'm coming up with now. The storytelling class for this assignment specifically, the teacher just really wants us to reach out there and really be creative and do whatever feels right for us. And for me, that's making art. And I've always wanted to do a voiceover and art commentary type video, so this is kind of what that is in a way. And as for my art class, this last assignment, our final to be exact, is very interesting. First off, before I get into the prompt, we were told about this I think a week ago, and we weren't done critiquing our previous assignment, so we've basically only had 2 weeks to do this big final project, which the teacher understands. that they gave it to us last minute, and there's not a lot of time to really go all out. But that is, like, kind of a bummer because it's the final project. It's always a big deal, but now we really don't have time to do much with it. As for the prompt, it's a lot more vague and difficult compared to our previous assignments, especially within the time frame we're given right now. Our first assignment was called 100 Pieces, and we were able to interpret that in any way we saw fit, which was pretty cool. I didn't really care about the 100 Pieces thing, but also because I couldn't come up with anything. Kind of lame, but I ended up using this picture for reference of mushrooms in a tree, and I ripped up pages and glued it onto paper to make it look like the tree bark, and those pieces were my 100 pieces, and the mushrooms were also pieces themselves, and it turned out pretty cool, but it was okay. Some people really had some crazy creative ideas. One of my classmates got these 6 jars and glued, what is that called, tissue paper to it, and drew a giant fly on it, and that was pretty cool. Like, there were so many, like, someone literally did 100 drawings on old computer paper, and they were just like 5 to 10 minute drawings just to show, like, the process of art. Like, it was so cool. Everyone interpreted it in really cool ways, but we also had a lot of time to do that. Or the assignment after that, where we had to do an abstract self-portrait, whatever that meant to us. I kind of drew myself in, like, a zombie kind of thing. It was cool. I'm happy with the way it came out, but not typically abstract. But he said whatever works for you is fine, which is great because abstract art is cool and all, but it's not really my thing. But anyway, this assignment, he wants us to look into ourselves. I have to pull up the prompt. Okay, so I re-looked at the prompt, and the prompt is not really a prompt at all, if that makes sense. And hey, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, and having a self-directed prompt where you can kind of basically choose what direction you want to go in is great. I know so many people would love to do that. But if I don't have a spark of inspiration, I get confused and lost and stuck. And even now, I still don't have a spark of inspiration. I have a vague idea, but I'm not entirely inspired by it. The professor wants us to look inside ourselves and write down facts or just things we're interested, things about ourselves, kind of brainstorm, word vomit on a paper what makes you and how your environment shaped you and things like that. And what's a piece that you can make that would feel important to you. And although that might not seem vague, this is me explaining it more to seem less vague. And that's kind of a big prompt, like something that represents us, that feels like a lot of pressure. I only have like a few, like today and tomorrow, to come up with a concept, to actually have the time to draw this out. I don't think I'm gonna have time to paint it. I probably just have to use charcoal or markers or something, which is cool and all, but I did want to paint it. But I don't know. So I just have to figure it out. I did come up with this concept here, which is basically using real images from this mall I grew up in that had been torn down recently. And I don't know why this popped in my head, but it's such an important thing to me, and it was so important to people who grew up around there. And that mall has been there for years, and it just slowly, I don't know, just people stopped going, and then COVID hit, and then they took out stores, and then the mall was making less and less money, so they just tore it down, and it was really devastating. And growing up in that area and there, that's definitely a huge part of who I am. That is where I hung out with some of the people I'm still friends with today. Um, it was really important. Like I said, if you grow up around somewhere when there's a staple of the area you grew up in and it just disappears, it's kind of sad. And also, it's even more devastating in a way because I realize, like, obviously I know I'm in college now, but I'm growing up, and it's just so heartbreaking. And it might not show or represent me as a person specifically, but to me that's representative of me. Like, that's just the way I see it. I think it works. I don't know if he'll see that too. We'll find out on Tuesday when I get advice and I'm like, hey, this is my idea. We'll see if he likes it or not, and if I have to change it, I'm sure it'll be fine. But that's my idea. I think it'll be good. I think it'll work. This is just a concept for it. If anything, I might change up like the colors just to brighten it up, or I don't know, add something more personal to me, to kind of show me more, other than, oh yeah, that's just where I grew up being around, yeah. I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I'm happy with the ideas I've come up with and with where I am so far, and hopefully everything goes good within the final semester. To anyone else watching, thank you. Have a good day, I guess.